In 2006, 27-year-old Brian Shaffer was a medical student living in Columbus, Ohio. He was enrolled at the Ohio State University College of Medicine. Graduation was only weeks away. Brian had recently experienced personal loss. His mother had passed away earlier that year. Despite this, friends described him as social and close with those around him. On the night of March 31st, 2006, Brian went out with friends. It was the start of spring break. The group visited several bars near campus. Their final stop was the Ugly Tuna Saloona, a bar located on the second floor of a building near High Street. Security cameras positioned outside the bar recorded Brian entering the building shortly before 2 a.m. This footage would later become one of the most important pieces of evidence in the case. Inside the bar, Brian was seen talking with friends. Witnesses later stated nothing appeared unusual. Brian did not seem distressed. He did not appear intoxicated beyond what would be expected on a night out. Around closing time, Brian became separated from his group. His friends believed he had already left to go home. They did not realize he was missing until the following day. Brian never returned to his apartment. The next morning, he failed to answer his phone. He missed plans with his father. Family members described this behavior as highly uncharacteristic. Concern escalated quickly. Police were notified within hours. Investigators began reviewing surveillance footage from the area. Brian is clearly seen entering the Ugly Tuna Saloona. He is never seen leaving. The building had multiple exits, including stairwells and service areas. However, none of the available cameras captured Brian exiting the building. No witnesses could definitively state they saw him leave. Brian's cell phone was never used again. His bank accounts showed no activity. His credit cards were never charged. His passport remained inside his apartment. Search efforts focused on the bar and surrounding area. Investigators searched inside the building. Nearby rooftops were examined. Construction zones in the area were checked. Dumpsters were searched. Nothing connected to Brian was found. There was no blood, no torn clothing, no personal items, no evidence of a struggle. Over the years, hundreds of tips were reported. Each was investigated. None led to a confirmed sighting or location. Brian Shaffer has never been found. No remains have ever been recovered. No arrests have ever been made. His case remains open. Nearly 2 decades later, Brian's disappearance continues to raise questions. How does someone vanish from a crowded bar without being seen? How does a man disappear in the middle of a city without leaving a trace? Brian Shaffer is still unfound. What happened after he stepped out of view that night?